Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this number 1 in a file, and they want to cut it out on a plasma cutter, and they want a contour of 1/4 of an inch from the outside. First of all, this is a solid fill, so I'm going to left click, right click. You want a contour with a line, not a color. And also, we're going to make this line a hairline. So this is for a plasma cutter. We're going to go to Effects and Contour. I'm going to contour to the outside. I'm going to say with rounded corners right now, because it's got some problems right there. I'll show you. 1 time, 1/4 of an inch in red. Now the rounded corner didn't work because it rounded off the corners. So we're going to go back to square corners, 1/4 of an inch, 1 time in red. Now, one thing Contour Tool does, it amplifies or multiplies faults. So to me, that's a fault. Now, it won't really matter, but that's not a perfect curve. And you see the original only has so many nodes. But if we go to Object go to Object and, well, a lot of times you'll have to select the whole thing. Go up to Object, break the contour part. Now, if we grab the new outside line, it's got more nodes than the original. It's got a node there it doesn't need, node there it doesn't need. So if we delete that node, it doesn't change the property. If we delete these 2 nodes, it doesn't change the property. In laser engraving, nodes aren't a problem. Plasma cutter, it's a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a duplicate of this, and I'm going to show you how you could maybe do a little bit better. I'm going to nudge, well, I don't need to nudge it that far. So here's the original. What I would do is smooth out these corners. And I'm going to try this. First of all, I'm going to take the node away, but it's going to react too badly. So what we're going to do, if you have X7 or above, you can use the smoothing tool. Make it pretty big. Let's make it like 2 inches. And grab that and smooth it out. Smooth that out. You've got a better corner. Now I'm actually going to take the shape tool and delete that node and see if it changes, and it didn't. This side didn't really do anything, but we're not, we might not be equal with that. So if I was going to do this for myself, I'd hit P. Let me move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. We know that we like this curve, but it's not equal to that curve. So what I'm going to do is take and this is just a suggestion, take a 2-point line and hit P. Now I am going to, I think I'm just going to delete this side. And maybe we're going to just do the bottom. Because if we copy this over now, if we copy, I went back too far. If we copy this over and make a duplicate, and also set your duplicate distance on 0, 0. This is a very good example why. Control D and make a duplicate and mirror this over. Now we don't want that look, right? We want a square edge, and this is pretty much aligned with that. And I'm just playing around here. I'm going to take away these nodes. And I'm going to take these 2 nodes, and I'm going to right click and turn them into a line. Now, they're not perfect. I'm actually going to take away that node too. We need to select these 2 nodes, and if we select this one first, and this one second, and go up to align and align them vertically, it moved it because I selected this first and this second. It moved it to that node. Now let's take this line away. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool and fill this in to make a new object, and it's going to combine those 2 pieces. And I'm going to left click, right click, Make sure it's a hairline. And the nodes look fantastic. We do not need that node. We do not need this node. We do not need this node or this node. So now we've got to have the nodes that are there. But see, now our arch cut is exactly the same. Now we're going to go and contour it to the outside. And if you look at our corners, they're much, much more of a sweep. I think you'd be very happy with that. Now, to cut this out on a plasma cutter, break the contour part and delete everything else on your page. Hit the F4 key to make sure that's the only thing, because a plasma cutter could cut a one that's way off the page. I don't know where his page is. I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. I don't understand the, oh, look how, well, the page isn't that big. Can't even see the page. Let's, with nothing selected, I'm going to hold down the shift key. Well, that didn't work. Our page just isn't showing up. I need to figure that out. Tell you what, I can double click on the rectangle. And evidently that's the size of his page. Let's see if that's the same. 6. So there's his page size. You don't want to do that when you're plasma cutting. If your machine will take 48 by 48, make your page 48 by 48. You don't have to make it the 48 by 96 and then, put it somewhere down in there. But I want to stress that you need to have those, you don't need that contour. You need this to be separated. And we're going to make sure it's separated. It is. I'm thinking he's just going to cut out the one so the metal's going to look like this. Well, let's do it in black. So that's what he's going to get if he cuts that out of metal. The other will be hollow. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit, and thank you for watching.